Alright, so welcome back to the Ayrton Senna driver career. Now, last time out at Zandvoort, I don't know how, but I managed to finish P4. In the opening stint of the race, I was running comfortably in P11, but, you know, Zandvoort, it's very difficult to overtake, so I didn't think I was going to get into the points. Well, I stopped 1 to 2 laps earlier than anyone else, and I managed to undercut myself from P11 to P3. And then after a hard-fought fight with the Ferraris and my teammate, and I believe Lewis Hamilton as well, yeah, I finished P4. Meaning, we take a look at the standings, I still lead the championship despite the car's troubles by 15 points, although it's still not brilliant in the constructors. We lost second to Ferrari, we trail them by 6, and we trail Aston Martin by 31. However, I will say, Lando's performance at Zandvoort last time out was actually pretty decent. He managed to finish P6, his second highest result of the season. It was pretty good all round for the McLaren team. And there's more good news as well. The car's development is on the up. As you can see in the R&D, we are still in the same position. We are 7th slowest. However, after our upgrades, we could be right in the mixture with, you know, Red Bull for Ferrari, RB, and Mercedes for P2. And as you can see, P1 to 5, there's barely no difference between them. So getting points now, I reckon, is going to be even harder than it already was. So let's get into Quali at the Temple of Speed at Monza and see how we get on. Okie dokie, welcome to qualifying. Now, I had a quick sneak peek at the first lap times, and I will say it is shockingly bad. Let's just make sure what I saw was accurate. Yeah, so what's happened here is Lando Norris, who is a good representation of where our car is right now, isn't in the top 10. Where is he? '18th. 18th, not 8th, 8. Then you think 8, you think, oh, it's gonna end, but then you hear 8th. Oh, it's so over. Okay, well, if I want to do my usual target of beating my teammate, I need a 17.485. So, let's have a crack at it. I better be able to beat that, or else I'm going to be in some serious trouble with myself. I will say, though, if there is some miraculous cock-up in which I don't beat Lando Norris's time, it's really not the end of the world, because realistically, I don't do any practice for these qualifying sessions. I just go into quali and then straight away gas it and see how I get on. So this lap is primarily used to just teach myself how to actually put a good lap in. So let's go down to 60% overtake. And into turn 1 we go. I'm going to brake about there. That was definitely too early, so probably already lost about 1/10 of a second. Right on the curb, not too bad. Go down to about 58. That was nice. And then, yeah, sector 1. Definitely brake too early into 1, but honestly, not horrible. Going to come through, and I'm going to be only 25 milliseconds down. That's not bad. Brake too late into there, but again, it's all fine, because I can then now go on my next lap, my final lap, and know exactly what to do to drive a good lap. That was a good run through Lesmo 1, through Lesmo 2, that was also pretty nice. More overtake on, let's go down to 35 I reckon, that'll do us nicely. 51.4 is going to be the sector 2 time. I'm going to go and put in a 51.2, that is utterly disgraceful by FUTcrim. Now through the Ascari chicane, keeping it mostly flat. That was decent, again, could be improved, but as I keep saying, I will improve on my second run. Into the Parabolica, the greatest name on any corner in any Formula 1 track in the world. Too early on the brakes, completely cocked that up there. The lap time still shouldn't be utterly disgraceful. I reckon I might get ahead of Norris, maybe. And I do. There it is. I think Lando might have actually improved his lap time in the 2 minutes it took me to actually get out and start my lap. But if he hasn't, I am 2.5 tenths ahead of him. Although I am down in P15, so obviously even though I'm ahead of my teammate, it's not ideal really, is it? So looking at the times, I am indeed not 2.5 tenths, but I am 3/4 of a tenth up on Lando. To be honest, it's mostly Where am I losing time, actually, to be honest? It's Sector 3, which doesn't really surprise me, considering, well, Sector 3 was pretty poor. Actually, to be fair, all 3 sectors were definitely bad, but Sector 3 was especially pretty crap. So I can definitely find a good 2 or 3 tenths in there. 6 tenths off the lead. Obviously, I'm probably not going to find 6 tenths, but that isn't a crazy amount, to be honest. So I reckon there is a very realistic possibility of breaching the top 10, which still isn't ideal. That is actually crap, but given where we are, that is, I'll take that. Alright, here we go. Complete clear track ahead of me. Let's do this thing. Come on. Unbelievable lap of Monza is about to begin. 17.2 is my current best time. Let's get into the 1 minute 16s. Come on, straight down to 45% overtake. I need to remember, be brave and brake late into turn 1. There you go. That is much more like it. Through turn 1, through turn 2, on the power nice and early. And I have already found 2.5 tenths of a second. Jeez Louise, 3 tenths of a second. Lovely right here. Need to remember, brake a little bit earlier. Fastest sector 1. That braking was pretty good. Ride the curb. Avoid the gravel. Okay, there you go. Now into Lesmo 1. Up tight to the curb. Little bit of overtake on the exit. Second Lesmo. Try not to take too much curb on the outside. That was lovely. Go down to about 17% overtake. I'm going to lose a little bit of time down here because I don't have as much ERS. But through the Ascari, I'm going to brake a little bit earlier so I can send it in. Keep it flat. Over the curbs. That was nice. Found a little bit more time. But I have run out of ERS, so I am going to start losing a lot of time. But if I have a good run for the Parabolica, I can get that time back. Here we go. In, brake, and exit. There you go. That was lovely. And that is a bit more time found. Although, I haven't gained as much as I'd like, but it is a 16.8. Is it top 10? Oh my goodness, it isn't. Wow. Okay. Right, that is a serious problem. Now, I understand, yeah, great, I beat my teammate, but realistically, it doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, I know our car is, 7th fastest on the grid, so P12 is actually better than expected. Realistically, with a 7th fastest car, we should be finishing P14. P12 is actually breaching the top 6 cars on the grid, but that still isn't great. I mean, the lap was okay. I definitely used way too much overtake in the early part of the lap. I reckon if I saved my ERS a bit more, like I did on my first run, like had like 30-40% in the final sector, I probably could have found another 10th or 2, which, I probably could have finished 9th. Actually, no, maybe 8th as my best, but yeah, P12, that's really bad. Lando Norris, 19th for Lando Norris, 20th for Ollie Behrman, 14th for Perez, 13th for George Russell, 11th for Carlos Sainz. A lot of stinky performances by a lot of top cars today, so P12 and 19 for the boys going into the race. Only good news is my race pace is usually decent around here, and of course it's Monza. It's very easy to overtake because of the late braking and the AI, so let's get on with it. Okay, right. Monza. Race day. Starting P12. Might be a little bit higher with some engine penalties, maybe, but P12 is where we should be starting. I reckon we can probably get like a P8 or a P7 today fairly easily. Like I said, overtaking is a little bit too easy around this track because of the late braking you can do on the AI, so I'm feeling pretty good, to be honest. Alright, so no engine penalties around the grid, so I am officially starting P12. Is the strategy, I can't really be asked explaining it. Just pause it if you want to have a look, because, no one really cares, to be honest. And without further ado, let us start round number 10 at Monza. Primary target today is not lose the championship lead in the drivers. That's the aim, so let's get cracking. Right, let's have a Fernando Alonso Spain 2012 start. Come on. And we're off. That start was, very meh. Into turn 1. This is going to get a bit hectic. I'm going 3 wide with a Mercedes and an RB. I'm going to have to give that one up. And I am already down 3 places, so that's not ideal. Round turn 1, let's just try and not lose the rear. And then dump the overtake. Maybe there's a move into turn like 4 or whatever it's called, the braking zone. Hang on, round the outside of Russell. Here we go. This is more like it. Now I'm going to have to brake a little bit earlier because of the RB. Hang on, up the inside of Sainz. That is a very cheeky move. Thank you, Carlos. Okay, that was nice. All right, so I managed to rectify the places I lost. I am back up into P12, so that's nice. Of course, it isn't ideal that I lost places full stop, but I made them back. That's okay. And there is lap 1 complete, and I have noticed something a bit dodgy. Hang on, no, I'll stop myself. There's a potential move on Checo Perez here, maybe. Into turn 1, anything? No, okay, never mind. Right, so yeah, as I was saying, I found this weird thing where if I put my ERS on hot lap, it actually uses the same amount of ERS as medium. Have a look. So it uses, what, 1% every 2 seconds? When I put it on medium, it's basically exactly the same. I mean, let's have a look on the exit of here. Yeah, it's literally the same. So I reckon I might experiment, since I'm in P12, put my ERS on hot lap, and then just leave it there, and then obviously just use overtake. So maybe that can improve my lap times by a 10th or 2 a lap. Go on, girl. Go on. Go on. Come on. Let's get this Mexican prick. I can't really say that. I like Perez a lot. Hang on. Here comes Carlos Sainz as well, trying to go for a move. I'm going to have to try and... Oh, it's all going to kick off. Into turn 1. Brake. Okay, nice. Hang on. Wait, Slippy. Slip Digby. Round the outside of Hamilton. Get the exit. Go. Come on, car. Come on. Yes! What a double move. What an overtake. Hang it in the Louvre, put it next to the Mona Lisa, give it the Puskas Award, give me the Ballon d'Or. That's unbelievable. Up into the points goes FUTcrim, a.k.a. Ayrton Senna. Lovely stuff. Figure another move on here, on the Alpine of Pierre Gasly. Here we go, round the outside of the Parabolica. Try not to lose the rear. That's another fantastic overtake up to P9. And I don't have a lot of VRS to spare, but I could cook up something utterly disgraceful. Into turn 1, let's see what I can do. Up to 10% on the ERS. Oh, Hulkenberg, you have had it rough there, boss. Round the outside of Joe Guan Yu as well. Round the outside of Kevin Magnussen. Go on. Yes, come on. Getting round turn 2 one-handed because I'm that guy. Oh my goodness, what have I just done? I have just woke up my entire family. It is currently like 2 a.m, so that's quality, but who cares? That is an insane overtake to get me up to P6 in this race on lap 4. Now, I of course have to be careful of Magnussen with the DRS. I'm just hoping I can defend from him, or if I can't, just sort of, you know, he overtakes me here, I overtake him into turn 1 and just trade it. But no, it looks like, yes, I have actually managed to defend from Magnussen through the Ascari chicane. That's actually really positive news. And as you can see, we have a 3.2 second gap to the next car up ahead, Tsunoda. Going to be very difficult to catch on just pure pace. So right now, I'm looking to just defend from Magnussen. Because obviously behind Magnussen, there's like a 2-second gap from him all the way back to, you know, last. Here comes Magnussen. Can he even get close to me? Ish. I mean, if I just do a little bit of defending, I am perfectly fine. Lovely stuff. Okay. That is a very positive bit of news that I can actually not use overtake, and Magnussen can't really get close to me, even with DRS. That's lovely to know. Right, well, that was a lot easier than anticipated, because Tsunoda and Stroll and company have been scrapping really hard this lap. I have actually managed to get within DRS range of them, so that's ideal, I guess. And I have absolutely no funny business today. I don't know what it is, but the car on these medium tyres, it feels like the MP44. It feels unbelievable, like incredible. I reckon I could get past these lot with relative ease. As long as I have DRS and a bit of overtake to spare, I can easily send it on them. Fastest lap as well for Ayrton Senna, all but confirming my extremely strong pace. Into turn 1 we go. We've got Stroll and Alonso scrapping, creating an Aston Martin blockade. Hang on a minute here. Ooh, tried to go around the outside of Tsunoda, but it doesn't happen. But I've got a good feeling about this race. I don't know what it is, but there's a feeling somewhere in like my left cheek that is telling me this is going to be a belter of a race. Oh, surely I get a free overtake here. Hang on a minute. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Round the outside of Lance Stroll we go. Switch it to the outside again on Yuki Tsunoda. Oh my goodness. I am cooking up chicken curry and samosas and all of it. What a fantastic overtake again. Up to P4 and I'm only on lap 7. And Fernando Alonso is now right in front of me. And just in front of him is championship rival, or one of 4 championship rivals, Max Verstappen. And in fact, Alonso is actually currently my second closest rival. So all of them are right ahead of me. I'm feeling good about this. I have a 0.3 of a second gap to Alonso. He's not going to have DRS, I think. Oh, wait, he might have just shit-housed it at the last possible second. Oh, please. He ain't got it. He's finished. Hang on a minute here. Tsunoda, where have you come from? And Fernando Alonso did get DRS. Okay, hang on. Okay, wait, let's just compose myself. Let's not just bin it into Alonso's arse. Okay, so Max Verstappen is really slow for some reason. We're on lap 8. It's the lap I'm supposed to be stopping, and I will be stopping in hopes of getting the undercut. I mean, to be fair, the tyre isn't even that bad. I mean, the lefts are looking a bit dodgy, but it's not bad. I could definitely do another lap, but I get a feeling the undercut might actually work. So, yeah, it's just a shame that Verstappen is really slow. Because, I mean, obviously, if Alonso doesn't have DRS there, I cruise past him like it's nothing. Do you know what I mean? All right, here we go then. Into the pits we must go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. If I ever needed a quality pit stop time, it's now. And to be honest, my pit stop times in the last like 10 or so videos has been fantastic. Right, the front runners are now in the pit. Let's see if, at the minimum, this undercut has given me some damage recovery. Let's have a look. There is Fernando Alonso up ahead, and, yeah, I'm going to be, I don't even know how far back, like, what, 2 seconds back? Actually, no, it's a bit less than that. So, I gained 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, in the pits doing the undercut. Which means, of course, if I didn't have that slow stop, I would have gotten ahead of him. Wow. Okay. Lovely. At least now there is some good news, I guess. Well, I'm ahead of Verstappen, so that's cool. He's obviously had a stinker as well, so my condolences. Welcome to the team. You have joined on a 2-year contract with no escape clause, no buyback clause, none of that bollocks. Just welcome. So now, actually, this hasn't worked out too bad because it means I can now just trail Alonso with the DRS and then just sort of play a bit on the patient side and then just overtake him whenever I want. So, actually, it hasn't worked out too bad. I tell you what, Lance Stroll's got a bit close. I was not expecting that from the boy. I wasn't even going to comment on it because I thought he was going to be multiple seconds back, but no, he is He's right there. I've got to be careful of that. Okay, maybe my plan isn't going to work exactly how I want it to. Okay, that's tough. What I want to see is if Alonso can catch up to Leclerc. What I'm going to look at is in the next 2 laps, so at the end of lap 13, I'm going to see what the gap is to Leclerc. If it's gotten any smaller, I will stay behind Alonso. If it hasn't, I might overtake Alonso and see if I can catch him. And then obviously if I can't, I'll let Alonso back past so that I can use a DRS and then just try and take home a P2. Alright, so we're approaching the end of lap 13, and 3 things. 1, Alonso hasn't caught up to Leclerc. 2, the team has given me the hurry up to overtake Alonso. And 3, Lance Stroll is being a pestering little mutt. So, I think it's time we overtake Alonso and see how we get on in catching Mr. Charlie. So, Alonso, in a bit, G. It was nice knowing you, but you are old, retire, and you're finished. Now, let's see if I can catch Leclerc at all. I'd honestly be surprised if I can get anywhere near him, although I did just find about a second already just with DRS into turn 1, so that was pretty good. And I'll be having that fastest lap. Thank you very much, Lance Stroll. In a bit, my guy. And hang on, he's actually now going for a move on Fernando Alonso, the brave soul. Fair play to him. 3 laps remaining in this race, and I've managed to get the gap down to 1.6 seconds. I don't know if there's another 6/10 in this, but yeah, I am pushing 110 right now. Well, here we are, approaching the final lap of the race, and there is just not enough. Oh, that is so frustrating. I know it seems like maybe it shouldn't be, because from where I qualified, and now I'm all the way up here, I shouldn't be that mad, but to be honest, if I just had that little much better ERS management, I could have very easily got within a second of Leclerc and probably overtook him. And the main reason I just, when I was fighting, you know, Alonso, and when I overtook him, those early, first or second laps, where, you know, I was trying to catch up to Leclerc, I used way too much overtake. If I had like 40 to 50% now, I would have very easily caught up to Leclerc. I don't know about overtaking him, that's a different story, but I would have at least got within DRS range. But hey, given where I qualified, all the way down in P12 after having a very decent lap. I mean, I know I said at the start of the race that overtaking around here is pretty easy because of the AI and whatnot, but I have done some unbelievable, insane overtakes today in this race. And yeah, from P12, I am looking to go and get a P2 finish in this race, which is just absolutely outrageous. Fair play to Leclerc. He is the rightful deserved winner today, wins in front of Ferrari, but a P2 finish for Senna is top class. Ew, that is unbelievable. And do you know what I just realized as well? If I didn't have that slow stop, I would have won. Like, I know I was talking about my ERS management, but if I didn't have that slow stop, I would have won today's race. That's pretty crazy to think about, but again, I couldn't have really asked for a better result, to be honest. So there's the finish results, and yeah, 19 points from today was the maximum I was ever expecting. I was saying a P8, a P7 is maybe possible today, and yeah, unbelievable. Also, I know it isn't fantastic, but shout out Lando Norris. It's very difficult for the AI to navigate through the field, and Lando managed to gain 7 places overall in the race, although saying that, Ollie Behrman gained 10, so fair play to both of them. So yeah, looking at the driver's standings, I should still lead, I think, and the survey says yes, I still lead the championship, although the cut, well, it's been cut. I don't actually remember what it was before. I have a bad memory, but it's now down to 9 points, and we have 6 rounds left of this season, and we also have a 31-point gap back to Alonso. Of course, outscored everyone else today, so that is extremely ideal. Looking at the constructors, it's still not ideal for us because Aston Martin are going to extend their lead again from 31 points to 39, and Ferrari also go 12 points ahead of us because, of course, Ferrari, well, they got 25 points. We got 19. Neither Lando or Sainz scored points. So, yeah, where did Sainz finish? Oh, he DNF'd. Oh, wow, that's tough. Okay, well, that's going to be all from me today. I hope you enjoyed that absolute masterclass of a drive by yours truly, FUTcrim. I will see you lot in the next video of mine. Make sure to like and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you lot later. Goodbye.